Ayam nijaha paro vetti gadhana alaguchetasam udara charitanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This one verse from Mahapanishad is the solution to all the problems in the world. Those who think these people are ours and they are others, they are narrow-minded ones. But the ones with a large heart think of the whole world as one family. Our mission is about one world, one family. This is what I go around telling the whole world. That we are one world and so we are one family. And in a family, it's about caring, it's about sharing, it's about looking after the weaker ones, the younger ones. That is the principle of a family. It is based on the principles of sacrifice, principles of adjustment, principles of loving, caring, and sharing. So if we just think everybody is our family, we will naturally do all these things that we would do to our own people, our family. So whether it's Fiji, where we meet a strange population, they look very different from us, they talk a different language, they eat a different food, their customs and traditions are different, yet we feel they are members of our family. And when we come to Kodaikanal and then we go with all of our staff and students and professors and so many devotees who come from different parts of the world, in different professions, from different backgrounds, we again feel we are one family. And now when we sit in this auditorium, Premamritam, with so many kids, so many of them have joined newly in our 6th class, they are the youngest and the newest members of the family. We all sit together again as a family. This idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is the solution to all the problems in the world. I am thoroughly convinced about it. And therefore we go about doing what we do, because we just don't speak, but we actually prove it in action by doing what we are doing for all of them. So I'm very glad that today we had 2 of our DNB students who could share their thoughts on their experience in Fiji. It was an idea to take them there so that their mind expands, their vision expands, and they also learn to embrace all patients from around the world as their own, and know how many people are working behind the scenes to help so many people without any discrimination, without any prejudices, without any attachments or any particular or peculiarities. They all think everybody is theirs. That is the vision of this mission, and I'm happy that they have absorbed it, assimilated it so well. So I feel very comforted, I feel very assured when I hear our students, our staff talk this way. I always tell, in Kodaikanal I was saying, when we look at the overwhelming size of the mission, which is expanding exponentially every day, sometimes it sends jitters and little gives you some cold shivers, especially to people who are around me more than me. But at times when I am surrounded by some kind of an overwhelming thought, when I hear our students speak this way, when we hear the stories of those patients who are relieved finally from such a burden, I feel very reassured, and I always tell, I'm sure we are doing something right, because all these cannot happen if we are not doing the things right. So these 2 speeches were again a sense of reassurance and kind of confidence to everyone that things are going right. It may be difficult, it may be challenging, but it is right, and that's important. On this evening, I also want to mention that Jayachandra ji already mentioned. During one of these darshans, I was walking around and some girls there in that corner from our girls section in Alkadranalli were trying to push a letter into my hand. I took the letter, I kept it in my mind, I went back to my room, and I get these many bunch of letters. They are all of different sizes, shapes, handwriting, some legible, some illegible. And after all this, I picked up this letter and opened, and there was a girl written, I won't name her, that Swami, why this discrimination? You have given symphony orchestra instruments, brass instruments, everything to the boys. You have not given to the girls. And this was written almost probably 6 months ago. And since then, this thought got into my head that something has to be done about it. And procuring these instruments are not easy. You have to mobilize a lot of resources. Also, you need to get them from various countries, and then you need to organize the teachers for it. It's not just enough if I distribute instruments. You have to also learn it well. So putting all this together took some time. But just a prayer of one of the girls, and it's more of a complaint than a prayer, that is what led to this, what happened today. And I'm very happy that Dimitris took the initiative, and with the help of the devotees, they procured these instruments. It's gifted to our institution, and now girls also will have the symphony orchestra. And I'm happy that some of the professors, like our Saskia ji and the other 2, they are all going to join us and teach you all these wonderful instruments, and one day, hopefully for the 100th birthday celebration that is coming next year of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, we will have a very big, large symphony orchestra consisting of almost all sections of our institutions performing as a global event. So you have a long way to go. And now I have done my part. Now my demand is you better practice well. Practice, 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 and make sure that your music is perfect in every way. Of course, musically, technically perfect, but most importantly, filled with devotion and inspiration. And that's the kind of music that I'm looking forward to. I'm very happy that we could do this. I'm sure all the girls will do a great job of this opportunity, what has been given to them through the help of so many people from around the world. Especially, I want to mention that Dimitri's, being one-man army, has for so long taught so many instruments to so many people, and happy now he's also finding some help and assistance with many other teachers from around the world. We have teachers from Germany, from Italy, from Netherlands, from Slovenia, and then from the US, and so many people. They are all coming to a small village called Mudenali, imagine, to teach rural children. This is a miracle. This doesn't happen anywhere. We have people coming just to teach our students. That's a part of our university's culture. And most importantly today, I never am tired of thanking Jayachandra ji for his efforts and sincere contribution to this university. Now, those who have come now, they might not know the stories of the past, that what it took to build a rural university. How much effort, how many sacrifices, how many people have participated in so many ways. But at the end, everything, the buck stops at the government level. If the government does not give you the approval to start the university, all the efforts of making buildings, buying lands, providing for faculty and students and all paraphernalia is not going to be of any use. In such a moment where we were really struggling to get the university going, and I always give very seemingly impossible targets. I wanted it to start at a certain point in time, and that is the time, cometh the hour, cometh the man, they say. And Sri T.B. Jayachandra ji took upon himself to get the university established. Single-handedly, he fought his way all the way through the bureaucracy and made sure that on the last day of the session, he got the university permission so that it could be started next academic year. And that is how he has been a pillar of support and strength to all of us, a well-wisher, a confidant, a friend, not just in fair weather, but all weathers. He has always been with us, and I'm so happy to have him here. I want to make a humble submission. From the same university that he helped us to establish, today after 5 years, we are very honored to offer him an honorary doctorate from this university for his public service. A small token of our gratitude on behalf of everybody for the yeoman service that he has done for the people of Karnataka, India, and especially for our university and institutions is just a mark of gratitude that we want to offer. You children are the future of the world. There is no two thoughts about it. If you do well, the world will do well. This is my conviction. If our children are educated, they are healthy, they are well nourished, they are capable, skilled, and also live a very strong moral and values-based life, then we can set the world right. I've traveled all the continents, almost all of them, and countries, so many countries in the last 10 years. And I have noticed that the only solution to the world's problem is this generation has to be raised right. They have to have the right values in place, that of service, sacrifice, that of kindness and compassion, that of putting people before themselves. Service before self, as they say. That is the only solution to the problems of the world. And whether it's medical college or nursing college or our university with other courses or music department, name it, we are just working towards that one goal to create a different new generation of youngsters who wear this idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam proudly on their sleeves. And they really work towards that and not just talk about it, think about it or deliberate on it, but they actually action it in their daily lives. That is our vision. And so happy to see that 100 plus graduates and postgraduates have joined us back this year as part of our educational institutions, as teachers, as administrators, as leaders at different levels. interns, and all of them have joined with this one idea that we want to be a part of something as glorious as this, where we can pay our debt of gratitude to the society which gave us education, which sheltered us, which looked after us in our times of need. And now it's our time to reciprocate and pass on this legacy of free education to many, many more children who are joining our institutions, and someday will come when I'm sure I'll be able to lend these children to many other institutions outside, because everybody asks me, please send us some of your graduates and postgraduates to run our institutions. Please send us some of your doctors. Governments are asking us, not just state governments, central governments are asking us, please take over these government medical colleges or hospitals and you run it, because you seem to be knowing how to do it better. And I tell them, I still need some time. My children are still young, they are growing, they are still developing, but a day will come and they'll be there everywhere, taking care of the entire society, entire country and the world in their own way. But a day like that will come. So I was very glad when Jairam Biji, who is the training director, director for training and development, he told me, I was in Fiji that time, I believe. He sent me a message. Swami, 10 years ago you told me, a day will come when hundreds will join this institution. That time there were just 13 students in the university. It was not even the university, it was a college under Mysore University. And we had just 13 boys. That time I told him, Jairam, you have to join me, give up that job. You have to be here and there is a lot of work to do. And he was wondering, what work will I do with just 13 of them? And maybe next year, if we better it, maybe 15. What are we going to achieve? And today he himself said 100 of them have joined us back. This is the vision of our institution, of giving people back to the society. I'm very glad that the way things have turned out for us. 10 years of Kodaikanal I was watching, that is when this mission was announced to the world. And today after 10 years when we look back, it looks like a dream. Sometimes even I have to pinch myself that all this has really happened. And we are not living in a dream world. It's for real that all this has happened. And all this has happened because of such wonderful devotees, followers, students, staff, and everybody, especially people like Jai Chandra ji who have supported us from the outside. Whenever there was a need, I never hesitate to just send him a message or tell our people to go and meet him. We met with a lot of obstacles at every step. Every step Jai Chandra ji was there with us, supporting us, fighting for us, going to any extent, leaving no stone unturned to ensure the university gets its recognition and so all of you can study. So also the medical school came up in record time. Dr. Raghupati gave a wonderful speech in Kodaikanal about the miracle of this medical college, how it happened, touch and go kind of situations. All this is possible because of dedicated people with me. I was in Fiji and people were asking me, how is it all possible? One is that I said there are two aspects, dhana and jana. One is how do you get this kind of dhana to run these things for free? I said that is even easier. Our part is how do you get this kind of jana, right kind of people to run this? Because big organizations have funds, governments have funds, but we need people to run this place. And the people that I have is my strength. The organization's strength is the values that our people practice. That is why we are able to grow into such a large mission within 10 years. And you can only imagine if 10 years were like this, what would be the next 10 years like? You can only guess. Even I do not know how big or what is going to happen, but I know that if one institution, one group of people, one leader who is continuously working to change the world for good, once for all, it's us. No doubt about it. I say it with pardonable pride, not because, but I must tell, this is the only institution which is working so sincerely to uplift humanity. There are many institutions, I'm sure their contributions are also tremendous. But the way we are doing, what he mentioned, 55 lakh children in Karnataka get morning nutrition. I just got message from Annapurna today, all the procurement for, the millet powder, Sai Shore has already been done. And as he mentioned, from first as the classes start, we start giving this nutrition to all the children in Karnataka, leaving no one behind. So also in Telangana and so many other states this is going on. And 1 crore children who are getting morning nutrition. And you can imagine the kind of intervention that is. Probably in private sector NGO, this must be the largest intervention for public good. So that is the kind of institution you are a part of. I'm glad that Sangram and they have understood that this is the mission and this is where we can find fulfillment. So I must pay back Sangram in his coin, right? I also will tell a shairi for Sangram. अपने लिए तो सारे जीते हैं इस जहां में, जो दूसरों की सोचे तो बात ही फिर क्या हो। अश्कों को अपने सारे पीते हैं इस जहां में, जो दूसरों की पोछें तो बात ही फिर क्या हो। औरों के दुख में दुख का, औरों के सुख में सुख का, तू बन सके वो साथी ऐसा तेरा मका हो। कोशिश हमेशा करना कि जब कभी मिले तो, कि मिल के तुमसे मेरा सर फक्र से ऊंचा हो. That everybody thinks of themselves, but if you think of others, then the world would be a better place. Everybody wipes their own tears, but if you can wipe somebody else's tears, then you are making a difference. To be a friend of others in their times of need, in their sadness be sad, in their happiness be happy. That's the kind of achievement that you should have in your life. And whenever we meet, many years down the line, wherever we meet, make sure that I'm proud of you whenever I meet you again. This is the meaning of the poetry that I just mentioned. This is my composition, I didn't steal it. So I'm very glad, shaping up very well, and then next year MBBS new batch is joining soon. I'm sure you all will look after the MBBS grads and students and nursing students, university students. Please look after them as your younger brothers and sisters. They also will come with the same apprehensions, same issues, same ideas, and it is now up to you to help them cross the bridge. I should not be putting the same effort that I had to put behind all of you, right? Now I should pass it on to you and you should take it forward so that I can work on something more. This academic year has started. Do very well. There is no shortcut to success. Hard work is the way. Everybody should work hard in their own way. Make sure this opportunity that has been given to you because of the sacrifices of so many. You are very small, I don't tell you about it, but when you grow up, you will know how many people from around the world are doing how many things. Just to not to overwhelm you, but just these instruments, you know. Some retired lady said, Swamiji, you have this vision to give these instruments. Dimitri's mentioned to me about it. I want to fund it. The only way is that I have a fixed deposit for my retirement, but I believe you will look after me, so I'm breaking the deposit and buying these instruments for your kids. And I assured her, yes, now you are my responsibility because you did something beyond the call of duty out of sacrifice. So know that there are people who have done this for you from around the world, and they remain nameless. They don't even want to be acknowledged and praised in public. Silently they do their service. These are the people behind this mission. So make use of this opportunity in every way and do well. Once you do well, the world will do well. That's my conviction. Blessings to everybody.